Guys, here it is, the updated new 2020 Nissan Titan. It's finally here.
That's right, and you guys are the first to see it. And our man Andre is going to be going to the State Fair of Texas.
Yep.
That's right, he's going to have some chocolate dipped bacon, and then he's going to go and check out the new Titan.
Yeah, but in this video, how about we go over every detail we know so far? How about we start with design and go to powertrain, talk a little bit about utility, because trucks are about towing and hauling, right?
Yep.
Then safety, interior, and when is it going to be available?
Yep, unfortunately there's a lot of numbers we don't have, but we'll get to that at the very end. So let's talk about the design. Now, it comes in a couple different flavors,
Yes.
right? So this is what their new design motif is. Powerful Warrior. That comes directly from Nissan.
Yeah, well, the Warrior concept truck that they showed several years ago was actually a very successful concept, and I think they're trying to bring some of that success that they had into this new truck. So they have updated their grills.
They have, yeah.
They updated their headlights. The bumpers are been kind of retouched, and also the taillights.
Oh, there's a lot more to it than that.
Yeah, and by the way, they're still going to have like 5 or 6 different trims.
Right.
All the way from S all the way to Platinum Reserve. But we're focused on SL, Pro 4X,
Right.
our favorite.
Our favorite.
And of course the Platinum.
Okay, let's start with the SL.
Yeah, and the truck we have here is in red. Basically. And by the way, there's several new colors, right?
There's 3 new colors. I will read them to you. Red Alert. Yeah, Andre. Baja Storm.
Okay.
Okay, whatever that is. And Cardinal Red Metallic, which I think we're looking at here with this image. And that is a premium color. And according to Nissan, a lot of the other colors that they had before will return.
Yeah, and they basically, kind of tweaked the design. This is not an all-new truck, right?
No.
So the underpinnings are the same, and a lot of the kind of the form and profile and the bed design and the cab designs are the same. They've just refreshed it, and I think they did a good job with the lights, how the new lights look. Isn't it some sort of a beam design?
Yeah, according to Nissan, this is what they're calling it. They're solid beam construction design. So they want it to look a certain way with their lights. Now, if you actually look at the lights themselves, they call that the double boomerang. That's the name of that design.
Let's move on to what's under the hood, because trucks are about power, right?
That is correct. So there is a lot of news about power. So this is a lot more than just looks, baby, because it's still the same size engine, right? It's a 5.6 liter V8, but it went from producing 390 horsepower and 394 pound-feet of torque. It now produces 400 horsepower and 413 pound-feet of torque. According to Nissan, the most powerful engine in its class. There's more.
Yeah, it's the most powerful base V8 in the class. And that's true, because if you look like at the Ram 1500 trucks, their Hemis start at 395 horsepower.
That's correct.
So yeah, they just edged it out, right? They just kind of moved it up there. It's also more than the 5-liter Coyote.
No longer do they have the, was it a 7-speed, right?
The 7-speed is gone.
Which is actually, I think, a good thing, because they now have a 9-speed automatic transmission.
Let's hope when we drive this 9-speed, that's going to be, much improved. And fuel economy is going to be a big part of it, right?
I think so, but there's no announcement about that yet. So we're going to have to wait and see. Now, there is more to this, because they have a revised rear end as well.
Yeah. So what is it, the 369 gear ratio now in the differential?
Right, where it used to be a 293.
Nissan did not mention any other engine.
No, nor did they mention the XD either, so that's out of the picture right now.
So XD, news will come later probably, but we expected the V6.
Yep.
So there's no V6 in this announcement.
Nothing.
There's no 4 cylinders. There's no other hybrid wizardry. None of that.
Nothing like that at all. But we do have a tuned engine that puts out more power and more torque. We do have a 9-speed automatic transmission. We do have a lot of revisions underneath. And so that's big news, guys. We're talking about a truck that probably will be more efficient, I would imagine, and probably will be a little bit quicker. According to Nissan, it is a smoother truck to drive, which, 9-speed as opposed to 7-speed makes sense. So we'll see where it goes from there.
Yeah, let's talk about utility briefly before we move to the interior and safety and design.
Absolutely.
Because utility is important, but this announcement does not include any payload or towing numbers.
They should be competitive, and they've maintained some form, their payload's been pretty competitive.
Yeah.
But yeah, their towing hasn't been, so hopefully this will help. By the way, there is one more design thing we should mention. At least with the Pro 4X, the wheels look pretty much the same. However, there are other wheel designs out there available for other trims.
Yeah, and they have now new skid plates or slightly redesigned skid plates. They have red tow hooks.
Yeah.
So they're following some of the design features from some other trucks.
Well, it's actually an important safety feature. I actually...
The red tow hook.
Yeah,
right.
the red tow hook.
You could see it.
Yes, and when we get into the tech features, I will add a little bit more about the Pro 4X's off-road ability. But there's more in terms of design. You ready for it, guys?
What?
One thing that didn't have last time that a lot of people,
Yes.
including Andre, complained about.
I complained a lot.
No sunroof. It didn't have a sunroof available. Not any type of sunroof at all. Now, according to Nissan, they have one of the largest sunroofs available in its class. It's a dual pane sunroof that is...
Panoramic, baby.
It's panoramic. And it is a 3-foot square, basically. But that's a good thing. Instead of doing a half measure and putting a tiny little sunroof in there that you really can't use, they have this giant thing there. So good for them on that.
Yes, so let's talk about safety. We recently did a video ranking all the trucks, and the Titan didn't do so well. Partially because it didn't have all the adaptive technologies and collision prevention technologies. So what do they have now?
Oh, they've changed a few things around. Standard for the 2020 Nissan Titan is the Nissan Safety Shield 360. There's a lot of stuff that comes, and it's completely standard across the board. Safety Shield 360 includes automatic emergency braking with pedestrian detection,
Okay.
blind spot warning, rear cross traffic alert,
Okay.
lane departure warning, high beam assist, and class exclusive rear automatic braking. There's more.
Yes.
Intelligent forward collision warning, standard blind spot warning, rear cross traffic alert, and intelligent all-around view monitor. That's that 360 bird's eye
Which
view
they've
monitor.
had for many, many years.
They have all of that stuff. And then on top of that, other systems include intelligent cruise control, intelligent driver alertness, traffic sign recognition, and Nissan's innovative, according to them, rear door alert. So this is all standard.
Let's talk about the interior because Nissan's always had comfortable seats, but their tech was a little bit outdated.
Their tech was outdated, and I think that their interior design was way outdated. Nissan's trying to change that. Now, let's just start from the front and work our way backwards.
Okay.
New display, and in that new display, there is now a 7-inch TFT display where your RPM and your speedometer are. I can't speak today. A new standard 8-inch display for infotainment. That is standard. It used to be 7-inch. And there's an optional 9-inch display, which is available at the higher end.
And I'm glad they actually increased their to 9-inch display. I mean, other trucks like Ram now has 12-inch displays.
Right.
Looks good, actually.
I think it looks really good, and the interior design overall has been enhanced. And it's everything from changing the way the door pockets have been designed so they can hold a little bit more. There's more interior storage in general. There's also a new cell phone holder that's supposed to be great. I don't quite understand what that means, but that's Nissan talk. And the seat design, they still have the zero gravity seats.
Which are pretty comfy.
Which
already.
are pretty comfy. And so the revisions that are there, everything has been molded and changed a little bit. There's supposed to be higher quality materials that they're using throughout. So they are trying to be more competitive. Hey, the pictures look good. So we'll have to wait and see what it's really like inside.
Yeah, I'll climb around it
Oh, hell yeah, you
in
will.
Texas, and then we'll get to drive it, I think, probably like in November. So
I hope so.
It's coming, guys. And by the way, I just wanted to mention again, so they do have Apple CarPlay, Android Auto is still there. Fender audio system is still there, which is actually a good sounding system.
It is a really good sounding system. Those were all introduced before, so this is carryover.
Yeah.
But it's important that they are actually carrying this stuff over.
Yeah, and also like in the back seat, you do have rear vents, you do have heated seats, you do have USB ports. So, you know, as far as amenities are concerned, this truck now has that.
That is correct. I think the real big question is when you sit in there and you actually put your arm up on the windowsill and when you're actually touching components, do they feel better? And I think that's a really big question because before on the Pro 4X that we had for, 6-7 months or something like that, that vehicle, as much as I really enjoyed driving it, it had its shortcomings all in the interior. It felt like a really cheap, inexpensive interior.
Finally, when does it go on sale and how much does it cost?
Well,
Well,
We have half of that.
so Nissan says early 2020, so calendar year
Yep.
2020, this truck will be on sale. And there's no price yet. I'm expecting a slight increase, but it has to be competitive once again across the board because let's face it, they're at the bottom of the sales chart.
They're
right
at the
now.
bottom of the bottom.
Yes, so
They really are.
there's only one way to go, and that's going up.
If Nissan was smart, they would have a minimal increase, a very minimal increase, or if
Or
they
maybe even a cheaper truck at the bottom end, right?
or maybe, perhaps. I think that would be a really good idea. Maintain your competitive edge by maintaining a very inexpensive truck that gives you a lot for the money, and maybe you can get more sales. Because look, you already have an amazing engine, which now puts out more horsepower and torque. You now have a brand new transmission in there. I mean, let those speak for themselves. I have a feeling your truck's going to be a lot more competitive now.
And imagine the fleet trucks, right? Because this engine is going to be available at the lower end.
That's right.
So you get your two-door long bed, two-wheel drive, and you're going to be roasting tires all the way to your job site.
That will be awesome.
Guys, and go back to TFLtruck.com for more news, views, and real-world truck reviews, of course.
See you guys later. Yeah.